The Overdrive Initiative has been a success, and in a way, initiative missions for that matter. Of course, this does not mean that these initiative missions are without bugs, as we could feel from the latest, the Part 5 of the Overdrive Initiative. But the general response from the players has been very positive. For older veteran players, it has given a reason to log in back every week to do another chain part of this mission. And of course, the rewards might be motivating themselves. So last Thursday, the developers talked regarding the future of the initiative missions and the Overdrive Initiative as well. Since it was considered to be a really big success, we are very likely to see more and more of these types of missions appear in the future. Personally, for me, I think the grouping up part to these missions is what makes them feel so much better, so much bigger, so much more important. It gives them certain weight, because you can do some of them alone, of course, but it is a lot safer and you are a lot likelier to succeed if you have a crew or a group of players all working towards the same goal while facing off against a pretty overwhelming number of enemies for a single player. The developers noted that the idea of these chain missions was it to get going harder and harder by the mission. The idea here was to get it even harder by the parts, I guess, to an extent. But this last part, the part 5 of the Overdrive Initiative, was somewhat of a cool-off period, and so it was made into a simple box delivery mission. Perhaps one of the hardest was the data heist, which was the first part, as it was nearly bare minimum to have 3 players in your party. Well, these missions also work a bit differently to standard missions which we may see in the wars, or plenty of them, meaning they pop up and the first one to get it gets it. So the person who got this mission needs to get a crew together and share it. The first one was one of the harder missions because you also need to communicate with your crew. Perhaps only second to the security outpost Korea, where we needed to stop the hack and reset it. But all the other missions weren't really that hard, so I'd say they didn't really push the difficulty up with these missions as they tried to state. And the last part of this initiative, or the idea behind completing this initiative, is to get to the new and improved Xenothreat. With its new event, new situations, encounters, and even new boxes we need to deliver and manage. They really didn't tell us about the future initiatives or what they have in plans, but I think it could be a fun idea to have like a prequel to the Siege of Horizon, like this is a prequel to the Xenothreat. If they would make us feel like there is something happening before the Siege of Horizon, for example, would happen. There is some theft, there are some armors missing, there is a raid on the warehouse, and all of these like preparations what the hostiles would do. Of course, we try to counter it and eventually fail, leading us to the Siege of Horizon. And big part here would be the rewards, which would motivate players into doing these types of initiative missions or initiative chain missions. I think that the upgrade token of Hornet Mark II F7C to Hornet Mark II F7A is quite an important one here, because this is also the first time we're gonna get to lay our hands on the ship, so that might be the reason why so many players are just going for it. The rarer or more unique the reward is at the end of this initiative, the more players it's gonna pull together to try and partake in it to complete it for that given reward. Sure, it is a great fun to have other players assist you in taking down some ships and all sorts of encounters and scenarios, but at the end of the day, the reward is what is gonna be important for those players. Seeing how they really came in hard with this initiative event, I'm actually interested in what they may have in store with the next event and what are the motivational rewards for completing the whole set of it. But anyway, I've been going on long enough, so don't forget to like, subscribe, and thanks for watching.